So I'm buying my basket, as you know, and I'm doing the pricing as I'm going. I think it's like at the moment like £6 for this. I'll give you a full rundown once I get home, but yeah, you can get loads of stuff reduced to leave, as you can see here. Yeah, so I'm in ASDA doing some shopping. £18 for this. A lot of veg for a vegetable chili con carne, so that's what I'm going to do tonight when I get back. You can probably get it cheaper with reduced to go, but this is literally the price for everything fresh and pretty much new, so you can get a few days out of it. But yeah, £18, just under, actually it's £17.50 something. Back in the house. Now I've got a little bit of side shopping for myself, but now I'm going to unbag this bag, and it was £17.54, I believe, for the whole entire bag. Maybe some a few pennies more, but I think it was, I've looked at the number, I just can't remember the pennies, just literally got in, but £17.54 if I'm not mistaken, might be 58, somewhere around that, I think it's 54. Anyway, this I'm going to unbag. Right, so as I unbag, I want to make sure that, right, so we have two of these spicy tomato. Now I want to just sort this, there we go. I want to just say that these already have spice in them, right? Spicy tomato, right? Yeah, it's back to front, but hopefully it'll come out the right way when it's done. I've got two of them. Now I would assume that you have at home some salt, some maybe chili powder, but if you don't, you might want to start buying in bulk chili powder, salt, and garlic powder, and I got mine from Buy Whole Foods online, relatively cheap if you're buying like a big bulks and stuff anyway. But if you haven't, for the chili powder you're probably looking about £2.50, I think it is, and for salt, depending on if you want the cheap salt, table salt, or like pink salt, it'll vary. So I didn't take that into mine because I already have it in the house. What I did, however, take into consideration is this, because I've already got some of this. This is what I've just bought, but this is the one that like I've still got a little bit of that left, you know what I mean? So, but I took this into consideration in the price relating to what you would want to get. So that's including this, and everything in the bag is £17.54. Anyway, you get these are the cheaper versions. By the way, again, just in case I leave out any of the clip, you can get like some of these, depending on if they're about to be reduced to clear. Any of this vegetables you could possibly get cheaper if you want them to cook and then freeze, but you would have to probably eat whatever you unfreeze, like taken out of the freezer and such. Now for me personally, this is the size. One of these can do 2 meals, so one a day, like one of these for the whole day, 2 meals per person, right? So depend, if we're going by per person, you could possibly get out of all of this maybe 6 days, depending on how much you overload the box with. But anyway, put them down. Mushrooms, if you don't like them, you can leave mushrooms out, or if you've got an intolerance, I've got these as well, spring onions. Let me just put that over there. Spring onions as well. Got this is falling apart already. They're little grass stuff around it. The leaves, shall I say, around it. Anyway, let me just put that over there. Right. So, cauliflower, light nutty cauliflower. It's not a massive one. This one I just picked up any random, but you could easily with this, you know, with this you could easily get the full amount in like say 6 of these boxes. You know what I mean? It's decent enough if you're making it all like you're putting it all into one pan and you're portioning it out. This was 30p. So again, if you wanted just tinned food meals, and we'll try and do like as cheap as possible that I can make. I'll do like a tinned food a meal and try and get it as close to £1. But yeah, so I've got these 30p. Again, I've got some of this already, like in my tin supply. But I bought this just to see how much it was going to cost. Got onions. Now I need to move some bits and bobs around. This is not going to all hopefully rest on the counter. Peppers, I can't remember how much the peppers were, but it all came to that price anyway. The £17.54. Now I've got some chilies to spice up it. If you don't have chili powder, you could use some chilies, the seeds, and in the sauces anyway, it's got like a chili kind of powder. Carrots, again, well, any of this stuff you don't like, you can leave out or replace it with something else that might be slightly more, might be slightly less. And then, even though I've got a lot of rice, like, look, I haven't even opened this one. I've got a little bit left from before, right? I bought this. It's a smaller pack because you can probably get about 3-4 cups out of this, which should be enough for all like of the 6 pots. You know what I mean? It maybe even more so, right? This. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and make like take a flip the camera and yeah, this is essentially what you're getting from the rice to not the honey. Let's move the honey out of the way. Actually, you could use honey, which is like to sweeten it up, but I didn't buy that, so this is what you get, right? I'll do a clip on cooking it and what you'll essentially get. You'll probably have to do 2 cooking if you want to get it all done, frozen and put it away stored for the week. You could probably get about 6 to 7 days out of all of this if you freeze it immediately and then consume it once you take it out to defrost. But again, yeah, you can do 2 cooks up of this. Some of it might be left over at the end, but 2 proper cooks, 2 big pans like this, yeah, you should get out of that, which should do 6 to 7 days. You might be able to get more depending on how much you eat, but there you go. I'm going to end this part of the video here. I'll put on a cooking thing, not necessarily the chopping stuff, or maybe I will, I don't know. You'll see in this video if I do or don't. However, you'll see it being cooked up, like in the pan, how much I get out of all of this and stored for going away. And remember, you're counting the day that you would eat. Like today, if I wanted to eat some of it right now, once you've cooked, I would have some, and then the other days that you've stored up, put in the freezer. And in some cases it's last me 4, in some cases it lasts me 6. Just depends on how much you really eat as well. But per person for £17 you can get, I would say at least, unless you're eating a lot, around about minimum of 4, maximum of 7 and 8. again, depends on how much you eat. Days. I would say generally 6 and 7 days you should be able to get. That includes the day you're eating, and then 5 other days or 6 other days on. I will show you the video after I've cooked, either me chopping up or the cooking after it's been cooked, and show you before I end up eating any or putting it into the pots, the boxes, how much you can get, and then the storing, how much I would eat. Maybe it's one plate, and then how many boxes I get after what I've ate. This is the rice, and this is the chili. You could probably get one meal today. Right now, we'll probably have one, and I think we could get about 3. Now, I did mess up something relating because I didn't get an extra glass of the chili sauce, but we'll talk about that in a second. This is the meal that I've cooked. As you can see, this is one meal, and I've still got all of that for this. Plus, this is the amount of rice, whoosh, that I've got. I probably can get another 3-4 out of this, maybe, which is another 3 to 4 days more, which would include a day, so maybe it's 5. Now, I should have. Now, this is one from today. This is one I had, well, that's technically the one I had left over. But this would be from a few days ago, which I haven't used, right? You might want to buy another one of these, which might take it to like £19 something, £20. But yeah, £20 for 4, 5, 6 days, because you can get more days with more sauce. Or you can get tinned tomatoes and mix it with that. So I'm halfway through this meal. This is the only meal I've had. Once it cools down, I'll be playing up, and I'll show you how much it is. So this is meal 1, and then I'll show you how many boxes of the food I get out of this. Right? So 1 and plus whatever box, and that's only with the sauces that I bought. I bought 2. You might want to buy another one because I still had half left, or about half left, to cook again. Then you get this extra because I've still got pepper and the onions, the mushrooms and stuff left for another cook. So it times it by 2 essentially, but you would need another chili sauce to get that. So I'm going to finish this off, but I'll show you that once it's cooled down, what's boxed up and how many you get out of just the 2 sauces. If you add another one, you should be able to get the same times 2. Yeah. But this one has not a lot of the sauce in it. However, these are moderate fillings, as you can probably see. Yeah, moderate fillings, but this one's lacking a little bit. And I obviously had a meal to eat today. So you've got 1, 2, 3. Not technically 3, you might want a little bit more added if you cook a set in bulk, which I probably will with what I have, and then I can fill them up. So you can, I would say, what, 6, maybe 7 days with that full bulk. So I want to do an ending to the video. Obviously I'm going to be making some more of this and the food, and it would come to this totality. It's a summarization. So I've got the receipt. Now I bought a little bit more, but like I bought some things that aren't a part of the meal. It totally came to what I bought, £17.54. However, the addition of another pasta sauce, which you would need for you to make another batch, would be 72 pence. So if we take that into consideration, let's just get the calculator up. £17.54 plus, where is it? Plus 72 pence. Oh no, 0.72. That would be a total of £18.26. So if you wanted it to be less than you say today you have a meal, then you've got possible. I'd say a 2, because 1 isn't full, and I've just ate it anyway today. So today, then plus 2, then you're going to make another bulk. Well, buying an extra chili sauce. So I've got I've already bought 2 pasta sauce. I should have bought 3, just so I can do 2 lots of cooking. So if you did buy another one, it would be £18.26, and you could make 2 batches, which I've already ate 1, which leaves 2, 1 for tomorrow, 1 for the day after. That would essentially be the whole, like, 3 days, right? 2 meals per day, which means when I cook another batch, which would likely be tonight, I'll be able to probably pull off 3 and a bit, the boxes that you saw, which should take me into the starting of the 7th day. So 6 full days probably you could get for £18.26 with 3 pasta sauces and everything that we've just talked about. Obviously I left out one of them. I already had one at home, but I thought 2 would probably do. So you probably would need the extra pasta sauce in relation to this. Obviously you would need your own salt at home. I would assume people have this, chili powder and stuff, but you could add that on if you wanted it to be a little bit more of a kick. But if you're just fine with the sauce as is, and you don't need to add anything, the salt shouldn't cost that much to season your rice. So yes, I would say it would be under £20 for this, for a minimum of 6 days, possibly 6 days and a little bit for the 7th day. So that is it. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, select all notifications, strike the like, share the content, and all of the good stuff. You can leave your views and opinions in the comment section below, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.